Hello everyone, Attack Power here with Game 1 between Insha and Espresso in the August monthly tournament. Let's dive right in here to Haroshaje. And on the left, in the red, we have Insha playing first Pancerna on Maverick Income. And on the right, in the blue, we have Espresso playing 20th Panzer on Vanguard Income. So August monthly tournament is a random division tournament, so I guess both these players got these randomly. Hopping first into Insha's deck, first Pancerna, a division beloved by a certain Stan the Man. It's a solid deck. I would put it mid-B tier for the average player. Some players play this division really, really well, though. Your recon tab is meh. It's basically just more units for your armored tab. Really, there's not much here infantry wise to get excited about. Then your infantry tab is of course one of the big issues with the division. You only have one really good unit, the Ingeniery. I'm going to do my best. Ingenierzy. There we go. Some Flamer CQC unit. Then you just basically have like Strelcy, technically, and Sapperzy. Then your tank tab, obviously the highlight of the division. You have tons of Cromwell 5s to spam around. You have some Cromwell 7. Is this the right? Am I looking at the right division? Yeah. You get a couple Cromwell 7s here, Shermans, and all that good stuff. And then hopping into the support tab, a solid support tab with lots of Cromwell 6s. So you have plenty to work with there. Then your AT tab, also quite solid. 17 pounders, 6 pounders, and Achilles, which are 17 pounders on wheels. Your AA tab, phenomenal, with lots of Crusader AAs, which really are quite efficient units. And then your Arty tab, it's okay, it's solid. Sextons, which are mobile artillery. I mean, they're really hard to kill. They're not amazing pieces of artillery. They're obviously just 25 pounders, but they're fine. And your air tab, I think you can usually get a little bit more than this, but he's just bringing the Hurricane and the Recon here, so nothing crazy out of control there. On the other side, 20th Panzer, a division that's been solid A tier for basically since it came into the game, which I believe I think it's an original division, if I'm not mistaken. Your Recon tab is one of the issues of the division. You don't get much, but what you do have is fine. You get Panzer 3s and Aufklärers and such. Your infantry tab is basically like a step up from a standard Panzer Division infantry tab, because you get Panzer Grenadier DPs, which are 20-point double machine gun units. You get Pioneer SVTs, which are basically just Sapperies, and you do also get Sturmtrupp, which are not phenomenal, but they're okay CQC units that come in at 15 points. So you can actually like do some stuff at CQC, although it tends to run out of CQC at some point. Although nice big chunky infantry tab here. Your tank tab, lots of Panzer 4s, but we do see some other options here with the Panzer 3L, the T-34s, and the Beutel Stalin. Can't leave home without that. And then your support tab is phenomenal. Grillas, Panzer 3s. I think you can get Panzer 4s as well, MG 42s. It's stacked. The AT tab, really solid. All the good tools, Martyr 1s, Pack 40s, 45 mils. Your AA tab, also fantastic with Flak 43s, one of the best AA pieces in the game that you find. Commonly, Flak 4188s, SDKFZs. Your artillery tab, also quite good with Werframens, 81 Mors. There's also the standard artillery and such. And the air tab is another issue, just not really anything phenomenal. But what you do have is quite solid with the cluster bomber and the BF-109 bomber. The fighter G2 is pretty lackluster. But here we go, hopping in. Let's see anything. Okay, so we do see a very aggressive push here from Espresso early. Not doing anything. I mean, he's doing pretty standard here. Insha with a ton of stuff going on south. I mean, he's looking to get this flag, which he definitely should. Very, very strong push there. Up north, Espresso's going in to push here, and there's not a lot to stop him. So he will capture this first flag, actually, for sure. Espresso at advantage here at the beginning with the Vanguard Income. The thing is, Maverick actually kind of just gets more points overall. So after B phase, Maverick has, I think it's 200 more points than Vanguard in. I'm not in the mood to do the math right now, though I definitely could. I just don't want to. So that difference in pointage is not actually never made up. It is technically at like the last 10 minutes of the game. Whoa, Sturmtrupp kill off that transport with their close range grenades. I mean, it's going to get absolutely wiped, but killing the infantry actually a pretty big deal. There's the really good CQC unit that Pancerna has here. A Bren Flamer, 6 rifles, 4 submachine guns, a really solid unit, but that's kind of it then. That's like the end of their good infantry. Up north, Sturmtrupp getting caught out by these half-tracks. A big issue with playing against First Pancerna is the absolute spam of half-tracks. They're just all over the place. Add to that some Cromwells, sprinkle those in, and it's just really hard to efficiently counter that with any sort of like AT guns or AT infantry and stuff. They get overwhelmed. Like this one Panzer track will kill like a half track and then get absolutely wrecked. This 45 mil might kill a half track and then get wrecked, or might be able to kill a Cromwell maybe and then get wrecked. The Outstairs around giving nice recon. I think they're only 15 points. I mean, it's not free, but it's kind of like really close to free. Stealth Troop wasting a Molotov on that half track there. Insha's push gaining him that 13-11 here. But he's got nothing back here, so if, any of these infantry can really do some damage, that would do it. But the half track's just pushing on through. Do have a Panzer III coming. And Panzer III can obviously deal with these half tracks, although it takes 2 shots from it, which is kind of annoying. Flak 43 finding that Oster should be able to kill that quickly enough. Panzer III coming up north to kill off those half tracks. Again, they're just obnoxious. They're everywhere all the time. These sort of divisions, this, 3rd Armored, all those divisions that are just like piles of half tracks can be so obnoxious. Since a lot of them have 50 cals, they're even more annoying. Now, these are only 30 cals here, so they're a lot less obnoxious, but still. Panzerschreck on the move order. That's why he is not firing. Now he finally stops. Nope, he doesn't. He's throwing his grenade. They can throw their grenades on the move. Did not realize that. I've never seen a Panzerschreck throw the AT grenade because they usually just fire their Panzerschreck. So that was kind of interesting to see. But yeah, Panzerschreck is gone already. Up north, Espresso trying to get forward here. Vickers was forced off by the Panzer III. Panzer guns easily overwhelming that Streltsy Piat. Does have a double machine gun, so it's not, a horrible unit, but nothing overboard. Bren's, of course, being underwhelming. Ju-87 coming in for the strike here on the Cromwell, but it's not going to get through because of that Crusader AA. Got some of its clusters off, but that's not going to do a ton. I mean, they're damaged, I guess, for this Panzer III might be able to kill them a little faster. Hopping back up north, these Panzer guns are doing wonderful work, easily overwhelming all of these infantry. 15-point double machine gun squad. I'm never actually a huge fan of these. 5 men tend to die really fast, and we can see that happening right here. They basically did nothing, especially because Brens really suck. You're not even matching up well, like gun wise with them. If it was a double MG42, I'd say okay, fine, let's do it. But double Bren is just meh. Do see a Sexton in already, throwing down some fire here on these infantry just for some suppressing fire. Espresso's not really pushing aggressively. He could go after this flag and stuff, but he is not. And a bunch of reinforcements coming in, Stuarts and infantry. Right now, Espresso actually has the forest kind of locked down here with all his Sturm Pioneers. They overwhelm the Inzernierzi, something like that. I don't know why he's putting these at the edge of the woods. I don't know if that was because of the flames here that they accidentally moved forward, but that's an awful spot for them. Because as Streltsy sees him, he's going to take a whole lot of damage. I don't know why he's doing this. I'm very, very confused. I mean, he wants the infantry to come into the woods. He doesn't want to fight them at range, so this is a major mistake. Yeah, he's going to lose a Sturm Pioneer doing this. And 20th Panzer doesn't have, like, plethora of CQC, so him losing these for absolutely zero gain was honestly a really bad play. I don't know how else to describe it. It was a bad play. Up north, Stolztroop beating out the Engineers. Panzergren, what do they see? I don't know. But the half-track still providing a big issue here. Panzer III could push forward to try to kill him. I mean, they do have Piats, so I understand not just, like, driving right in there. Stolztroop, though, get caught out in the open, get absolutely shellacked, and they are dead. 45 mil finally in position to try to respond, but it's like not sitting still long enough to do it. It keeps changing targets and now gets spotted, and the half tracks will live. Yeah, when you're playing against a player who's got phenomenal micros, such as Insha or any top level player, these half tracks are the absolute most obnoxious thing because they shouldn't be good, but then they are, and it's really annoying. More Sturm Pioneers in, but this one's going to die. Basically instantly on that first shot. Now you're down to just one Sturm Pioneer, and that's really not that strong. You really want them in pairs of 2, but he's already out of Sturm Pioneers, I'm quite sure. He only had 5 to start, so he's burned through his CQC really quickly here. Pioneer Fuhrer is following the Sturm Pioneer. Not a big fan of that, but it did work out this time. Panzerschreck's probably going to die in the woods here if this Bren finds it. Panzer III in a really dangerous spot here, right up against the Green Forest. That's not a good place for it. Panzer III finally pushes forward to bully these infantry a little bit. But the Streltsy Piat did get into the woods. Do see some more Stolztroop and another Sturm Pioneer over here, making up probably what remains of his CQC. Panzer III successfully holds off the Streltsy Piat, which means he's not going to get killed. This thing does have 2 machine guns, which is really nice. Leader goes down. Sturm Pioneer kills one of the Streltsy. Panzergren have no chance against this flamer unit. Don't think Espresso's watching. Yep, and he gets a full flamer to the face. Panzergrens make a general push forward. I'm not sure how much they'll do. Panzer III takes out a half track. It does have its APCR off, which is good to see. But it goes down to the Stuart. Ouch. Did get a penetration, but still, ouch. That armor support was pretty key here. Panzer III across the way, though, is finding some target. I'm not sure which one. Just the infantry? No, the half track. Okay, yeah, he definitely wants those dead. More of those you can kill, the better. I mean, Panzer IIIs are a nice counter to first Pancerna because they, you can actually wipe out some half tracks using them. Problem is, it does take 2 shots to kill a half track because you're only dealing 5 damage, or 6 damage, excuse me. I think half tracks have 8 health, I would guess. That's why they're not dying in 1 shot. And that's why a medium tank kills them in 1 shot, because they have 8 health. Yeah, it's really annoying. With the support of the Panzer III, though, the Panzergren is pushing off this Ingenierzy. Stuart? Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on there. Panzerschreck should be able to take that out quite easily, though. Hopping back up north, we do see some more recon coming in. Half-track's just bullying. They get to do whatever they want. It's really tough. Another Panzerschreck is in. Does he have more? He's only got 4 Panzerschrecks, which, honestly, against first Pancerna, I would actually almost suggest having 2 Panzerschrecks cards because there's so many half-tracks to deal with. And it's so hard to have a tank everywhere that a half-track is. Like, half-tracks are so cheap, they can be everywhere. Your tanks are not that cheap, so you can't have them everywhere. Yeah, half-tracks is easily overwhelming. Here comes the Panzerschreck. The problem is he'll kill one, and the other one will get, then they'll just pin it down. This half-track finally getting cut off. Still 13-11 for Insha, and again, Espresso's the Vanguard player, so he's really not in a good spot right now. We have 2 Sextons now, and going after that Flak 43. He would love to kill that, open up the air. Although he doesn't have much to take advantage of. He just has the Hurricane. Panzerschreck takes out the Recon Stuart, which is probably the best target there other than the Cromwell moving up. So that was really nice. Panzer III has its APCR off, which means it should pen this tank without any trouble, but we've seen weirder things happen. Half-track goes down to the Panzer III, so this light armor's starting to get cleaned up a little bit. Espresso doing a nice job there of actually cleaning some of that up and getting back into this, but Insha to 14-10 with a push here into this open area. This Panzer III also with his APCR off, so it should be ready to kill this Cromwell. Cromwell is pushing forward. Panzer III in an interesting spot here. I don't know if the Vickers can see it. No, it can't. I'm not sure if anything can. So this Panzer III might be unknown to Insha. Not saying it is, but it may be. Panzergrens have return fire on, which means they won't fire any sort of Panzerfaust or anything at this half-track, so this unit going to get in just fine. Espresso finally clearing out the south, but we're now into B phase, and Insha's going to get access to his massive B phase income. Definitely not great. 81 mortar coming in here now. Recon plane still excuse me. Whew. Floating around leisurely. Swallowed my own spit. Stern Pioneer going to get wasted away here. Does get a flamer off on the half track, but there's the Hurricane. Kills the Panzerschreck specifically. Nice, interesting play there from Insha, specifically targeting that Panzerschreck of all the units there. That is the most dangerous one. Panzergren goes down to... No, it's right there running away. It's like, how could it possibly gone down? Panzer III gets discovered. It's on the run. This infantry has no chance again, but the Cromwell 5 coming around for a rear shot. Oh, goodbye, Panzer III. Really nice play there by Insha. Panzergren's trying to take out that Vickers. It's double starred, though. It's going to make it a little tough. Panzergren get pinned down. 81 of mortar coming down. Panzergren dead. Yeah, these Hurricanes do reload quite quickly. They do have medium resilience, too. I mean, they're solid planes for 100 points. There's nothing wrong with them. They're slow, I guess, would be the thing wrong with them. Panzer III takes another Cromwell hit. Cromwell does go down, though. T-34 is now coming in. T-34s match up pretty well against Cromwells. I mean, they can definitely bounce that shell from time to time. I forget how much armor the T-34 has. 90? Yeah, 90. So they can definitely bounce that shell pretty often, and their shell should penetrate pretty good. Ooh. Stuart's matching up really well against these Panzer 3s, though. Usually I feel like they bounce a little more, but they are not today. Panzer 3, 70 millimeters. Yeah, it should bounce that a little more often. But I guess they're pretty close. Here comes now a Sherman Cromwell 7. This is the one with the up armor here and the Firefly. Sexton coming down on this armor here. Panzer 3s are fantastic when you're up trading with them. So when you're going against Sherman's, other Axis armor, when you're going against that stuff, they're really good. But when you're going against things like Cromwell's, which are pretty aggressively costed, I'm not sure if they're actually the best choice. All right, Panzer Truck takes out a half track. Of course, that's not what he wants it to be taking out. He wants to get this Crusader AA or this Cromwell 5. Those are the prizes here. But now they're on the run. He revealed himself. But Panzer 3 going to flank around here. Really nice. But he's still moving. And then he missed because he was moving. Oh, you got to stop your tanks, folks. They will miss every time if they're on the move. And now those tanks continue. Now, the Sherman did make a mistake here. He grouped it up, and it's going back into the Panzerschreck, and he still has it on reverse. He's trying to turn around, but the Panzerschreck's going to get a hold of that Sherman leader, getting rid of all that veterancy. Really lucky there for Espresso. Big mistake on Insha's part, micro-wise. I see how it happened. He just like selected and pressed back, and it grouped it in a stupid formation and put the Sherman leader like in the front, basically. Bren trying to find that Panzerschreck now. The Panzerschreck needs to get away, but it's not moving now. Oh, Espresso making a huge mistake here. Going to lose his Panzerschreck, and that was massive. It was holding off basically this entire blob of armor. So big mistake there to return the favor on the Sherman. Boyta Stalin, not sure. I mean, it might kill this Cromwell. It's not going to. It missed. The Boyta Stalin has a real accuracy of 30%, unlike the 35%. Unlike the Soviet IS-2s, which have like 1,000,000% accuracy, despite what it says. The 20th Panzer one actually does miss all the time. Allied bias. Just kidding. I'm totally joking. The game actually is not that biased towards either side anymore. I know everyone thinks it is, but it actually, in 1v1 play, it is not. In 10v10, yes, King Tigers and Elephants and all that kind of stuff really suck for the Allies, I agree. But unfortunately, the truth is, the Allies didn't have many units like that. And the IS-2 is already buffed to the extremes. Like, it was not as effective as it is in the game. I think they up-armored it and stuff, too. I don't think it had that much armor in real life. So Espresso holding on right now, but it's still 14-10 for Insha, a pretty big gap in points here. Grenadier DP getting caught in the open. He needs to get in cover. Oh, they're both out of cover. That's really bad. Get in cover. I know many pros will say I'm wrong about this, but I personally like using auto cover. I just turn it off if I don't need it for something. Otherwise, I want my units jumping into buildings and stuff. I don't want them standing out in the open to die, because they will die. Espresso, for the moment, bring it back to a 12-12. Does a flak 43 in, stops one Hurricane here. And has recaptured this flag. A nice push here. A lot of Pioneer SVTs and stuff. And, Insha's basically out of CQC in terms of, like, the Flamer units and stuff. He just has Sappersy now, which are certainly fine, but, will die trading with the Pioneers. Flak 43 forces off both those planes. This Flak 43 is in a bad spot. Needs to get out of this weird position. I'm not even sure how it's still firing out of that green woods, to be honest with you. But both those planes do get away. Artillery already coming down on that Flak 43. Maybe not. Not sure. This Flak 43 is in a lot of danger. It is moving, though. It's on the run. Martyr 1 in position. Does have its APCR turned off, so it'll kill that Stuart in one shot, getting rid of that leadership. So really nice there for Espresso. Got to keep this leadership off of these units, keep them from functioning super well. Mortar doing some nice work pinning things down here. Now this armor blob doing quite well. Infantry pushing forward. Just needs to take out these couple infantry units. If he gets aggressive up there, he could find a hole. 2-inch carrier here doing some nice damage to the Panzer IV. Might kill this off. This is one of the only maps where I feel like the 2-inch mortar, the 50 mil mortar, whatever it is, that only has 500-meter range actually can function semi well. Because it's just like so many weird lines of sight. You can just hide behind a building and get within 500 meters. I think that's very realistic. Streltsy don't want to push in. They don't really have a chance at close combat. Leader now coming in to buff these guys up a good bit. Definitely necessary. Wojciech Stalin has so many targets. He sees this. He's got the MG42 here. He should be able to see that. Wojciech Stalin could cut across here. Bunch of Grenadier DP, Panzer Grenadier DPs coming in. Panzer Gren's getting overwhelmed here. Hurricane gets another rocket off, kills the Recon Panzer III. And now the Piat is going to go for the kill on the other Panzer IIIL. It's not moving. Panzer III finds a side shot on the Cromwell. Here comes the Piat. Will it land? Will the legendary Piat? Oh, it doesn't need to. The Cromwell does the job for him. T-34 bouncing on the Sherman. Sherman bouncing as well. Martyr 1 does not have a sight line, but he does get a hit on the Firefly. Firefly trying to aim up, takes a shot, lands. Martyr 1 goes down. T-34 also goes down. Some unfortunate RNG there for Espresso. Panzergren DP standing out in the open again. They're just going to always lose in that position. And a massive buildup of forces here from Insha. Coming into C phase, which is technically favored for Espresso with his higher C phase income. It's not much, but it is something. Can't say it's not any. I can't say it's nothing, but it's not a ton either. Wojciech Stalin moving in there. Does have three machine guns, excuse me. We don't see him getting used very often, but it is a nice Dushka there for very quick pinning and the double DT, and that infantry goes down really fast. Panzer III trying to pick a target. Can't get around fast enough on the Cromwell 7. And it's got AP. Oh no, it takes off the 2-inch. Okay. I can see, I understand. I mean, he's probably not going to kill the Cromwell 7, and now he's on the run. Nice play there from Espresso. He needs APCR to kill this Cromwell 7. Wojciech Stalin could just do the job itself, though, with one shot. But the Cromwell 7 already on the run again. Flak 43 way too far forward. I don't know what he's doing with this. This is bad. This is a mistake. Sextons continue to fire away. I'm not sure how much they've killed. I mean, they've taken out no AA. Here comes double Hurricane. I don't think the one Flak 43 is going to do it. Wojciech Stalin missing again. Oof. Real 35% accuracy for once. Can the Flak 43 hold off these Hurricanes? One held. Will the other one get stopped? Nope. And the MG42 going to go down here. Yep, there it goes. Crusader AA now goes down, so that's actually really good. Getting rid of that AA there. Might be able to get a JU-87 cluster or something in here now. This Flak 43 is like the weirdest thing. Okay, all right, yeah, all right. He did notice, and he's fixing it. Needs to kill off these recon planes. They're actually super helpful. Allows those Hurricanes to get good, accurate shots on specific things, such as that Panzerschreck earlier in the game. Cromwell 7 coming in, though, now. T-34 is going to struggle with that. I personally think Cromwell 7s are criminally undercosted for 120 millimeters of armor, 52 kilometers an hour, and a nice 90 millimeter penetration gun. I think that should be 70, 75 points. I know it's only 2 divisions that it matters, but those 2 divisions are so obnoxious with those 2 units. So the infantry finally pushing forward here. The Panzer III, this is what you want Panzer IIIs for. Trading up to a Sherman. This is an 80-point unit. Your 40-point tank just killed that with its APCR. I mean, that's phenomenal. The Achilles going after the Wojciech Stalin, but the Panzer IV is here to support, and it does take it out. Loader knockout should go away in a little bit there. Big deal. And the Panzer III takes out the Cromwell 5. What a trade up there from that Panzer III. And the Piat misses. 2-inch mortar now coming down. Goes down. He's willing to sacrifice his the Panzer III to kill the 2-inch mortar there. Yeah, I mean, I guess. I don't see that as the worst trade I've ever seen, honestly. Those 2-inch mortars can be so obnoxious when well used, and it's Insha, so he's using them well. Back to a 12-12 here. Espresso's had some really good trades recently. Martyr 1 is a good response to this Cromwell 7. The Cromwell 7 misses its first shot. I'm not sure what's taking this Martyr so long to fire. I feel like the rate of fire is much higher. It's 8 rounds a minute, so it should be able to get a shot out here. But unfortunately, he's been pushed off this hill now. Cromwell 7 in a little tight spot here. This ammo truck in a terrible spot. It was covering the mortar here, but the Cromwell 7 pushed up and killed that mortar. Yeah, that was a... Yeah, Espresso misplaced that. He could have put it here and it'd be perfectly safe. So unfortunate for him to lose that now. Panzer 3 support goes down to the Piat. Panzer 4 finds the 6-pounder over here. Streltsy trying to get away. I mean, Espresso has this southern area pretty well locked down. I mean, there are Sapodzi coming in, so the fight will continue, I guess. But he's got a lot of units here, so I don't think that's going to swing that. But Insha managed to pick up a 13-11 with this flag in the center, but the Panzer DP trying to get back in there. Martyr 1, hill depression, hill pression happening, and down that Martyr 1 goes. Baloney. 45 mil getting caught up by the Bren infantry. He's gonna lose this. He's gonna lose this AT gun to this stupid 15-point infantry. Ouch. That is unfortunate. Very unfortunate for sure. Things slowing down here as we grind our way into C phase and both players running out of all their beautiful income. Panzer 3 goes down to the Achilles. Achilles takes a hit from the Panzer 4. This Panzer 4 doing the work. It takes a hit. Takes out the Achilles, though. Can't complain about that. How much are these? 95 points. So, yeah, nice trade up there for the Panzer 4. Getting these 3-star really helps. They fire 10 rounds a minute, then they really actually put down the damage. Panzer 4 Martyr 1 combo moving in, taking out the half track, which was really holding up the show. And now the infantry can easily overwhelm these Streltsy. We do see a commander in the Dingo. That's Dingo, dude. There it is. Vroom, 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 vroom. Is there a Martyr 1 there? No, there's some infantry pushing up on the hill. Getting hit by those Achilles out there in the open. Double Hurricane coming in. This 1 health Flak 43 really likes saving the day, honestly. But they do get through. Lots of rockets. Martyr 1 goes down. Infantry goes down. So that push kind of crushed there. Squashed. And this infantry, this recon here giving lots of beautiful information. Aufklär's here. I'm surprised. Can he not? Is he just happen to be out of like sight line of it? No, he should be able to see it. Interesting. Recon sight lines, like their ability to see things always confuses me. Sometimes they spot him easily, and other times it's like, nah, not a chance, bruh. Oh, Sherman gets a side shot on the Martyr 1. Martyr 1 gonna go down here. Might get one shot off. It does. Oh, it gets a bailed out of all the things. Oh, I mean, and that's the one bonus of APCR. Sometimes you just get like stupid lucky. And it feels so good, and your opponent feels so bad. Like, that was a barf crit right there. Achilles aiming down the road, easily take out that Panzer 3. Beuterstalin takes a... Is that penetration? From that Sherman? Yeah, I think it was. I think it found side armor. Which feels like... It still should have... Oh, it was the Firefly. It must have been the Firefly. The Sherman would have struggled to even pen the side armor. I mean, 12-12, but Espresso's got to find some flags because he is down. Insha just has to hold on. He already has the arty advantage. Martyr 1's pouring in. I mean, Martyr 1s are very efficient in terms of 50 points for a vehicle that can kill most tanks in the game. I mean, that's very good. Sapodzi chasing after the Batterie 4. Panzer 4 Martyr 1 combo going after these Achilles and stuff, but Insha all over that and on the run. Martyr 1 going to move up here and get stuck on the hill once again. I mean, maybe not so much this time because it was in a weird spot before. Now he'll be able to get up a lot higher. He's got a PCR on, though, so... unless he gets a really lucky crit. Nope, it's stuck again. Hill pression at its finest. Yes, you're right. This totally makes sense. That should definitely happen. No, they should just keep going. They should not stand there and wait. They should keep going into a position that they can actually shoot. It's dumb that they stop. Recon planes everywhere again. Whole bunch of Sapodzi here now. They are starred up, more stewards. I mean, Insha has gone all in on leadership. He had three tank commanders, leader-wise, and an artillery leader. It's actually, I think, the most leadership I've seen in a deck in quite a while. Martyr 1s finally get up on the hill, but now there's a Piat as well. Does get out of range of that just in time. Ay. Martyr 1s continue to just pour in. perhaps an overinvestment in Martyr 1s. I'm not 100% sure. I mean, I feel like he needs some more infantry. He's got a sea phase card of Panzergren, so he definitely has them. And the difference is with the Panzergrens here in sea phase, he's on Vanguard, which means he can call 3 squads in instead of just 2 if he was playing Maverick. Sexton going to lay down some suppressing fire here, allow the Sappersy to move right in and capture these CQC infantry. Espresso had a 1311 for a hot second there. Martyr 1 moving back, way back, perhaps too far back. Yep, and there it is. One thing gets surrendered already, Pioneer. More Pioneer SVT coming in. His half-track's still alive back here. Ay. Both players appear to have forgotten about it. This Panzergren it's gonna lend nothing to this fight. Sappersy actually did get pinned by their own artillery a little bit. If Espresso moved in right now, he would actually have the advantage. So the flak finally went down to the Arty. There's that Arty that was just hitting it. So finally the flak 43 goes down. He's got no more because he only brought in 1 card in A phase. I disagree with that strongly. They're only 80 points. He should have brought in a cheaper AA piece in like C phase or something like that. I think you get 2 cards. Quite confident you do. So yeah, like he could desperately use some 80-point art AA right now. But instead he has to wait till he gets 120 points. Panzer 4 goes down and had no sight line. No eyeball. Well, no, I had the Aufklar, but they were out of line of sight. Martyr 1 blob pushing up north here. It sees these tanks. Can it kill something? That'd be huge. Hit side shots in the Firefly. Firefly should miss. It does. Will the Martyr 1 finish off that Firefly? It does. But goes down as well. Wow. One accurate shot there. Martyr 1 gets another pen on the Achilles. What a little tank duel going on here. Both miss? I think both miss there. And the Achilles comes out the winner there. Even with the Martyr 1 landing the first shot. And the CQC of the Axis successfully retaking this flag down here. Espresso actually on a 1311 finally. With the cap of this flag up here. Martyr 1 moving in again on that Achilles. Can it finish it off? No, it misses again. Oh, Martyr 1, you're failing. You're failing so hard. Cromwell 6 finding the Aufklar here. With the help of this recon. Oh, no, just kidding. It's hitting these infantry here. Nope, just kidding even more. It's hitting this infantry all the way over here. Martyr 1 in a bad spot here. We do finally see an SDKFZ 7-1 in, and that'll actually be able to kill some of these planes. Espresso back to a 1311 with the loss of the flag in the center here. I mean, Insha should be running low on infantry. He has called... There's 4 more there. I can't imagine he's got tons more. Panzer 3 is moving in. There's not a lot to stop him here, actually. There's a Firefly. Panzer 4's... I think he was looking for that Cromwell 6. Cromwell 6 pushing forward to capture this flag, though. Nice little play there from Insha. Finding this gap. This is a very common, like, you don't have stuff here. So it's very easy to just kind of push around from this side to get it if you are safe moving through this hill. Panzer 4... Beuterstalin finds a Cromwell 6, so a nice kill there. Killing another Cromwell 6 would be huge. Beuterstalin's got a long way to reload, though. Don't think it's going to make it. Beuterstalin moving forward. Now it's even less of a chance. Oh! Oh! Beuterstalin goes down to the HE of the Cromwell 6. Oh, facepalm rage. I mean, it's taking a lot of damage, but man, that's a bummer if I've ever seen one. I'd be very excited if I was Insha. Especially still on 1311, though. He's got 20 minutes to claw his way back. But his more recent trades haven't been great. If we look on map here, there's a lot worse stuff for Insha. Especially in the middle, who has done well to preserve his limited infantry. C-phase card of Streltsy now coming in. They do not have Piats. This Streltsy Piat obviously still does. Panzer 4 moving in. Panzer 3 support coming in, but there's still this Piat one here. He's got to be careful. I don't think he knows. Panzer IV goes down to the Artie. What a lucky shot. That was pure luck right there. Oof. And now the Panzer IIIs are in a lot of trouble. They're not going to be able to kill this Cromwell 7. Oh, that was huge. The timing of that was so unfortunate. Stuart goes down, so leadership killed there. Nice kill for the T-34. And a Sherman 3 coming in here. I mean, Insha actually looking quite weak up here, although Espresso not doing too much better, although he's got reinforcements coming in. T-34 got cheeky, but the 6-pounder is there to finish the job, and he bounces. Ooh, 6-pounder. You failed. 6-pounder, you failed again. Why you fail so hard? The Sturm Pioneer ran out of ammo. I'm not sure if I've ever seen that. These guys are pretty fragile, so they don't last long. So for them to actually run out of ammo is actually pretty incredible. Ooh, Achilles takes out that Aufklär there, taking away that recon. T-34 covering off the hill here, but the infantry being overwhelmed. Does get a grenade off, but that's on the Streltsy and not the Sappersy. It's the Sappersy he wanted to hit. Not great there. He does have 2 more Pioneers. They got held up. T-34 going to get the first shot off on the Achilles. Gets the pen, but the T-34 is hurt. But Hill Pression strikes again. Will the T-34 change targets? It won't. It takes out the Achilles. Cromwell 6. Oh, it's an HE tank. I keep forgetting this is not the Cromwell 7. So now the T-34 can take out the Cromwell 6. Wow, Insha just throwing armor away right now. Back to a 12-12. T-34 should be able to kill off these half-tracks easy peasy lemon squeezy. Unless it gets away in time. It might. Ah, it does not. Wow, that was extremely aggressive from Insha, and he was punished hard for that one. Townlow's still looking good. Espresso's got infantry just chilling out in the open. Not good. These Sextons have now definitely done work. I have seen them kill several things. The Martyr ones were mostly taken out. See another Panzer IV coming in. Panzer III goes down to this Cromwell 4 here. BF-109 in, all of a sudden air power. Haven't seen anything the whole game. Bomber tries to suppress whatever's standing there. Doesn't need to be there, but Pioneer captures it back. Espresso back to a 13-11. Hurricane going after that BF-109. Yeah, it's got a pretty heavy loadout, actually, in terms of cannons. Flak 43 is still around over here. And the SDK of Zed. BF-109 comes back around for the Hurricane. Takes it out. Nice kill there. There is no AA to stop this BF-109. Oh, there's a Crusader AA. And for going after the recon, he's going to get badly punished here. Unless... Why is the Crusader not firing? That's weird. Must be a weird line of sight. Because the BF-109 is getting to clean up the final recon planes here. They're finally dead. BF-109 needs to fall back, though. I think Espresso's forgotten about it. Not good, because that's not a cheap plane. Batterie Fier doing fighting. Not really what you want them to do. BF-109 smoking, but it is out of range now and should get away. Pioneer SVT getting a little unnecessarily aggressive. I'm not sure why he keeps pushing forward. He has the CQC advantage. Like a Panzer gun, sure, but not this. Panzer IV finally into the town, pushing off some of these infantry. Back to a 12-12, though, with the loss of this flag up here. These Streltsy getting into position. The infantry forced to fall back. There's the Panzer gun reinforcements. They should be able to overwhelm these infantry a bit. Sappersy, though, do have a Piat. And that Martyr 1 will likely go down. And that'll allow the Cromwell and Sherman to do whatever they want. And there it is. Boop. Bang. Martyr 1 goes down. Some nice trades going on here. I mean, Espresso did close the gap, but he's still got 13 minutes, but things not going phenomenally for him. Lots of Panzer guns rolling in. Martyr 1 takes a hit. Oh, what's it going after? Oh, it's going after the Sherman and goes down. Ouch. Sherman has more armor than the Firefly, I guess. Yeah, it does have 100 millimeter. So it's going to go after that one naturally. STKZ is still alive. It dodged out of the way of that artillery there. Although Insha did lose a lot of his Air Force now. He's only got, what, probably 2 Hurricanes left, I think. We've seen all 3, so we know he has them all. Panzer III caught out by the Sherman here. Can the Panzer IV respond in time? It is responding. Panzer III misses completely. Oh, and it goes down. It was already damaged. STKZ pushing in. Whoa. I mean, I understand it can kill some infantry, but that's really aggressive. They have no armor. Panzer IV. Sherman actually bounces, but Piat is there again. No, and the Piat's just doing so well this game. I mean, we saw a miss or two, but overall, definitely more than 50%. I mean, they have a lot of veterancy, so it should be. And the loss of that armor is really backbreaking. Because now he has no way to stop all this. Sherman 3 goes down, though. To what? I have no idea. What killed that? Something over here? Oh, the Panzer IV over here. Recon infantry do actually get spotted now. Back up here, though, Cromwell Sherman, going to be a tough nut to crack. I'm not sure. He probably doesn't actually have much armor left. The 20th Panzer doesn't. Maybe some T-34s in the Panzer IV or 2, but he spammed out most of his Martyr 1s. The STKZ just died? No, it's still alive. Oh, the T-34 just died to the 6-pounder. More Panzergrens coming on in. These were already pinned over here. And Espresso throws in the towel. Guess he just decided he couldn't catch up anymore at that point. 38 minutes, 37 seconds. Good fight, though. 37.05 to 2900. Good game there for both players. Insha, though, holding control and holding it hard with first Pancerna. Nothing doing crazy good, but we could definitely see the effect of that light armor at the beginning of the game. Just really hard to deal with a million half-tracks all over the map all the time. But I mean, obviously you take Panzer IIIs because they're really efficient, but I actually don't know if they're the most efficient choice against this division because the Cromwells actually do pretty well against you. Stuarts can kill them too. Yeah, tough to say. But if you guys enjoyed that, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and consider supporting over on Patreon. Thanks a bunch, and have a fantastic day.